G'day, welcome back to Zach's Ward Coin Challenge. Today we are back looking through some 50-cent coins. So here's $80 worth of 50-cent coins. So we're going to open them up and see what is inside. Okay, so what are we looking for with the 50-cent coin? We're looking for mostly some nice commemoratives. There are a few low mintage ones, but there's also a few low mintage years for the coat of arms like this one. So we're looking for 1985, 1993 and 2019 with either effigy and 2020. There's also a few little, will this one have one? I doubt it. No, 1980 and 79 do have a double bar variety, but not the so in this one. To me, they're kind of common enough that they're not that really interesting or worth looking out for. But yeah, I'll just plenty of commemoratives. Some are more common than others. So this is the Weary Dunlop. So yeah, pretty common this one for 95. I'll put all the common ones at the top of the screen up along here, and then the more valuable, the ones that are worth keeping, will be on the lower half of the screen. 2000, that's one we have to look out for. So this one does have a variety, generally pretty common, so this one you'll see pretty regularly, but there is a variety where the Union Jack, there's a bit more engraved in, so a little bit deeper, that main cross and these other parts. But yeah, this one, the more common one that you'll see, relatively common. Yeah, and aside from that, there are a few errors, but yeah, not a ton that are really that interesting or add any particular value or collectability as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's basically it. The main ones we wanted the Centenary Federation, so from 2001, but we've got nothing in this first. So we'll open up the rest and see what we can find. Here we have a 2020, so off the top of my head, around that 2 million mintage, so they are worth keeping as far as I'm aware, unless the mintage numbers have been updated, but yeah, pretty sure they're worth holding on to. And there's another 2020, which is why I sort of raised doubts whether they're worth holding on to. Is that a little extra metal down here? Yeah, could be post-mint damage. Just looked a little bit raised, but again, not too special. But yeah, 2 in 1 roll. Are they rare? Are they common? Who knows? But I'll hold on to them until I know if they're worth keeping or letting go. 2019 with the IRB effigy, and that is a coat of arms. So these ones, yeah, don't know if they're likewise what the actual mintage numbers are like, but as far as the Australian Royal Mint website mintage figures show, they are low mintage, so I'm going to hold on to them until they say otherwise. And there is the JC effigy. So when people ask me what's the difference between the IRB effigy and the JC effigy, you can see the queen here, big necklace, you can see her shoulders and everything, whereas the older IRB effigy from I think 1999 to 2019, yeah, looks like this one, and yeah, this is the JC. So that's the engravers. So Ian Rank Broadley engraved this one, and you can see the initials under there, and this one was engraved by Jody Clark, and you can see his initials right there, so JC, so that's what those mean. 2010 is a year to just double check. So this is one of these where there is a known error, which does actually have a bit of extra value. With those ones, hold them like so, and then rotate. And almost every single time, it will be exactly as I just showed, but if you're really lucky, it may be at that kind of rotation, just that one little extra off. And yeah, they're quite hard to find. I've never found one, and hopefully we can get one, because that will be very good. Ooh, haven't found too many King Charles 50-cent coins. So 2024, very pretty. Nice, yeah. I think we've only found maybe 1 or 2, so yeah, happy. And that, finally, is a commemorative that we do look out for, so the IASIS, or the Aboriginal Australian Institute of Australia, let me try that again. The Australian Institute of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Studies. So yes, 2014. So yeah, can't remember off the top of my head the mintage. Maybe 1.4, but anyway, it'll be up on the screen. You guys will be able to see. Future Zach knows. So yeah, we'll definitely hold on to one of these because we don't get them too often. Ooh, that's exciting. This is the very first one of these that I found. It says 50 years of the NAIDOC committee. It's from 2024. Ooh, that's made me happy. Very nice. Let's get a little closer look at that one. Lovely. Good, yeah, first commemorative 20-cent coin, 50-cent coin in, since, gosh, 2017 or something? So yeah, it's been a while since we had one released, so yeah, very, very nice. And the first one that I found, and the first one for the channel, happy. Hey, that's nice. Now we have one of these, Centenary Federation coins that we'll look out for. Very nice, 2001 from Northern Territory. And some people, I do see on Facebook every now and again, people say there's a bit of a double rim, especially on this left side. Pretty common, adds no value. I wouldn't even cast it an error because it happens, well, I suppose technically it's an error, but it's so common that it's not of any merit or worth really, so yeah, pretty common to find that little thing. But the coin itself is very nice and hard to find, so that's a keeper for sure. Okay, well, we are now up to our final roll, and I have to say this has been a pretty good hunt. Like, it might not look like much, but really, for 50 cents, this has been quite successful, and I'm very, very pleased with these hunts. So, yes, lovely. Now, all I have to do is say thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Go and follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and you can find a link to all of those things in the description of this video. And there's another IASIS coin. Lovely. Ooh, okay, we've got a couple of ones here. So there is the IASIS, the Australian Institute of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Studies, which I got right on the first time. Good. Another keeper, goes right there. Then we have the Indigenous Languages coin. So I'm holding it the right way. It doesn't go that way, despite what some people think. It is held that way, and that's how you prove it. So 29, another low mintage year, I think. Ooh. Yeah, oh, well, I'm not going to say. I'm going to say, well, no. I was going to say it's about 1.7 million off the top of my head, but that's probably wrong. But yeah, definitely worth keeping, and yeah, good condition. So yeah, beautiful. Another good way to wrap up our finds for the video. And make sure you go and yeah, leave a comment. Tell me what was your favourite coin. Tell me if you've been finding any of these NAIDOC coins, because I'd be interested to see how many of those are floating around. Excellent, that's it. Well, like I said before, thank you so much for watching. Alright, we'll see you all next time. Alrighty, bye.